What's up, man?
It's now the final chapter of the season. For others, a final week before the playoffs. And we're off.
Downstairs.
What a great start to their series. He's all the way up close to the 45-yard line before stepping out. Tell you what, the quarterback sure appreciate you running back like that. You do all this. You make your life a lot easier.
Still ain't heard from mommy.
Yeah, she texted me. She said she had to wait till she got somewhere free Wi-Fi. She said they on their way.
What she said they were at?
She didn't say.
So they just leaving.
I don't know.
Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10.
Fucking controller
Get
died.
the playoff in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that 1st down flat. Looking for a throw here. Cut out left. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. On 1st down, they'll run. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down. You know what I like even more? It's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. He swarms in the middle. Manages just a yard on 1st down, and now it's going to be 7-9.
Yesterday, Daddy.
He's got it at the 6. And that play is brought to they're going to say at the 5-yard line. It's a nice completion from the rookie passer out of Texas. Good for a 1st down, too.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will get big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They'll try and punch it in.
Somebody watching
Evelyn, you lost the remote. You was out there. You went and ate a popsicle. Bye, get out.
so I get to watch all my shows.
No, you don't get to watch all or nothing. You watch one show and then give it up.
The point after splits the uprights. And the Rams will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Yo, chill. You gonna make you return.
The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
I'm gonna let you win this game, boy.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And he does quite a bit of
That shouldn't have
They
happened.
finally take him down.
Anytime you go over half the field in one play, totally changes the
I
complexity of
keep
the
forgetting
drive.
he's back.
They're now set up beautifully in enemy
So,
territory
yeah, it
to
was
end
close
the
to
series with some type of points.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Play action on first down. Hits him on the out route. Running in the red zone. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. They get 19, and now they're going to have first and goal.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's your bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
First and goal. Here's Gibbs. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
Here's second and goal from the 6. Now try Gibbs again. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Raiders finish up their opening drive. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Return starts at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Right up the gut. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
You've got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 29. That's on target, Puka Nacua. And they finally bring him down, but
What
that
is he
a
doing in
big
there?
gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up
Oh
that
no, he
first
don't
down.
receive in it.
From a great throw to a nice
My
route
number
and
one.
catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Hand off to the back. And he gets up for a gain of about 4. Working quickly here. Another carry for him. Works his way to the 35. It's a gain of 22. And it brings up an LA first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
It'll come up first and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, LA. The Rams break the tie here in the first. Setting up to try the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Rams take the lead here, 14-7 in the first.
Hey, yo, where's the remote for the TV down here? The Fire Stick remote.
Returning it from the 4.
Ain't nobody been down there today watching TV,
Across
babe.
the 30 before he's brought down.
Remember the remote wasn't working last night, so ain't nobody been down there looking at it.
Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession.
I said, remember the remote wasn't working last night, so nobody been down there to watch TV.
I bought another remote today. I'm probably good.
That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And they catch up to him, but not until he's first down. They get 28 out of that play. And that's a biggest first down.
We need to do like that then.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Give to the fullback, diving straight ahead. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up second down.
Well, Kate, that's a quick hitter to the big guy, and that's what you normally expect to see out of it. Not a huge gain, just pick it up a little bit before they stall him out.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Yeah.
Coming right is Gibbs. And defenders continue to swarm over to get him at the line.
You got no
No
family?
gain on the play, and that brings up 3rd and 9.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
No. Yes.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Here's a throw. Chase down to his right. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Coming up.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The Raiders settling for 3 as they send the field goal unit out. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Okay. Get this thing. Oh my God, bro. Get the freaking hand on.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing off the play fake here.
No, it's not happening.
Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Pass play now. Completed to his running back. Space on the right. He's got room. The Rams now lead by 10. Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Rams drive their lead to 11. The Rams kicking team is ready. Now they're going to send this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. Field flipping return as he brought it down on the opposite side of the 50.
Hey, listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone. So hyper-focused on offense and defense. Often forgetting it's special teams in a play like that can swing a game. What a great return now to start out on a short field And you've got to believe all this offense is thinking is let's capitalize and find that end zone.
Back now, pressure on its way. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
Emo.
They'll try and throw it here. That'll be caught by Troy Franklin. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Running right side. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And that's good for Raiders first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They are throwing it again. He's got it over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that's a Vegas first down. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. The Raiders working here. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it sets up 2nd down. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this is a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
2nd and 10, and they'll got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Picked up by the Rams! The 40! And a great return comes to an end with the tackle.
You know, Kate, that is just an awesome job by the defense. We talk about it all the time, pursuit and effort, pursuit and effort. Pursue, and they rip the football away, and then the effort for the big return on the fumble sets that offense up in primo position.
1st and 10 from the 41. Throwing now, following the turnover. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So it'll be 2nd down.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
2nd and 10 now. Finds a seam down the middle. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Still sticking with the passing game. Looking touchdown, but can't connect. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make an impact later.
He's on the... And they will score! Touchdown, LA! The Rams, boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Kicking team out to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Rams push their lead to 18. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Fields the hard squib kick. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Launches one deep downfield. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
He's looking deep once again. That's grabbed inside the 30. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw now. He's trying to go deep again. And that one's picked off in the end zone, but no, incomplete, folks. He wasn't able to stay in bounds. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing it again here. Into a crowd and intercepted. 40. And the Rams will have a shot at least a field goal here in the end zone after that return.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
So close to the end zone, but with time winding down, they're going to try for the field goal. It's from the left hash, 33 yards. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that stretches the lead to 21.
Well, nothing to critique there. Good snap, good hold, and it puts it through to pay off the drive at 3 points.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Fielded at the 14. A nice return, but what a hit we had at the end of it. first half. Yep, as expected. They go to the ground to start this one off. And he's brought down for a loss. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. A final throw before the break. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down, and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Will begin his return from the 11. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that's good for a Raiders first. Again, it's Gibbs. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And they'll stop him, but not until he has a nice little gain down to the 32. That's going to go down as a gain of 7. Now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run, crossing that 1st down marker.
And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. So I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. That's caught. He found some space. And that is a touchdown. The Raiders cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, they'll look for him.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders get it back to a 14-point game. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away.
Good.
Starting from the 5. Oh, miscommunication. And they steal it.
Just look at everyone flying down the field. But when they fly down the field, they got 2 things in mind, Kate. Number 1, get the returner down. And number 2, separate the ball if you can. It's rare that it happens, but it sure is exciting when it does.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Okay.
They'll come out throwing.
Let me know when
And
you
he
do
goes down. It's a sack. They do have a marker down. Where it's down on the field partner, it sure looks like it's in the neighborhood of holding. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. They'll go right side with Gibbs. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
No, that goes right.
Into the air. It's tipped away. It's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Well, the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up. And it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that'll get him back to 11.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. This return starts at the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. It was Mike Sanders still on that side.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Complete out to the right side. And he'll get this up close to the 40 before going out. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. He's going to throw this one. Escapes the pocket. And all that pursuit pays off. They track him down and drop him well behind the line of scrimmage. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Oh, man, flashbacks. I don't like that at all. Because I know as a QB, the last thing you want to do after a play like that, where you are sacked for huge yardage, is to take that lonely walk back to the sidelines eventually, look your head coach in the eye, and take the fury that's going to be coming next.
No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Motioning the tight end now. Here he is on 3rd and long. And it is intercepted, but he couldn't stay in bounds. Ooh, offense catches a break there. First time this game they've looked to him. And now they're staring at 4th and long. So they're sending out the field goal unit. Oh my goodness, I have never seen a kicker make one from this far away. Well, he certainly gave it his all in pursuit of the record, but his kick doesn't connect from significant distance. And the game stays at 11.
Well, we're still waiting to see the first 70-yard field goal in NFL history after that kick. And I tend to think we're still going to be watching for years to come because these kickers, as good as they are, have still not been able to hit that range.
If only every drive could start like this, right, partner? 1st and goal to begin this one. Plowing up the middle. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
On second and about a yard. And in for the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Raiders leaving the offense out there. They want to add 2 more to that touchdown. A tight end in motion now. He's throwing for it. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, and he's got a man open. Complete. And they get the 2-point conversion. He's in the lead. Only a field goal now. Volley set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Not quite sure what the thinking is here. They've brought out the kicking team. The kicker gets it. Oh, it looks like he's going to throw it. And that one is incomplete. Okay, not sure what in the wide world of sports we saw there, partner. But they still have it. Second down coming up.
You learn over the course of these years in these games there are right times and wrong times to run a fake in that situation. Well, that was one of the wrong times, and the defense prepared to yield 3 points. Now gets the ball back totally unscathed.
They just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Ooh, looks like somebody might have lost track of downs on the sideline. The board only reads third down, but the punt team is out. It's a fake direct snap to the up man. And the stop is made. No first down on the play. But remember, that was only third down. After a very strange call, they still have fourth down coming up.
Clearly, the defense knew this was an option, and they reacted so quickly and adjusted even better to defend that fake. It's going to warm a special teams coach's heart, seeing his guys ready to blow up the surprise play.
That's the end of the third on Sunday night.
You using this for anything?
It's Rams ball.
You-
We'll see if they can hang on to this lead till the end.
Okay. You need to come sleep? Okay.
So here comes the kicking unit. I cannot believe they're going to try for this one. It's a deep shot for him from that. Oh, it's a fake. They're going to flip it to the kicker. He's going to throw. And that is incomplete. The fake is unsuccessful. The fake field goal does not get it done. This is going to be a turnover on downs.
Well, clearly, the defense did not go all in on the block right there, and fortunate for them, because it allowed them to pivot when they saw the fake, and they stay in position to defend it beautifully.
On first down, it's Gibbs. And then you make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a Vegas first down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Going to the ground again on first. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They'll toss it to Gibbs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
3rd down from the gun. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. 1st and goal. Give now to the running back. Runs it in for the Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders take a 4th quarter lead. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders take a 4-point lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Setting up a throw. Setting up the screen. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. From the 25 on 2nd down. Loose, incomplete. Out for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. They wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
His goal is pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Defense just needs to hold them short. It's 4th and 7. Looking to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. He'll throw it. Finds him on the crossing route. They push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes teams break into great coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Here. No, put it on.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down.
No, put it on.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. They go play action on first. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Clock continuing to run as the Rams hurry to the line.
No, I gotta fix my
Set to throw.
No.
Throw left side complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
No.
They get 27 on the play. And it brings up an LA first down.
Leave me alone. I'll finish my show like
They're
that.
set up at the 35 now. They've got a man in motion. Setting up to pass. For big
I'm
yards on the
finishing
right
my
side.
show.
And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck.
I'm
It's a
finishing my
three, pick up
show.
16 yards, and now they've got first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Fine, I'm turning. Dang.
And he gets it to the one.
No,
Just
you
before
got
the goal line.
turned.
They'll have first and goal to go now after they gain 18 on the previous play.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
This is biggest moment of the game so far. An important field goal try here. This is a chip shot from the left hash. Cracking for it, and it's good! And they cut it down to within a field goal.
This is a case of just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the three, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
On first down, they'll run. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. On the ground, it's a give to Gibbs. And he gets this forward to the 19. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that's good for Raiders first.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you could recycle it. Save it for later, for that next third down coming.
So put this in the win column for the Raiders. And they get one more victory in a division champion season. That, of course, not the championship.
Anyway, what? Everybody don't want to watch. Wait.
I mean, I don't want to watch the Crystal Daddy. I watch the Crystal Daddy first. It's one watch the Crystal Daddy. be single crucial or something.